Thank you for watching. In this video, we're going to be discussing Solarbots and the future of crafting. Stick around at the end. We're going to show you some of the monsters from the Abyss, and I'm really excited to check those out. Slap the subscribe button if you like these videos. It really helps the channel with the YouTube algorithms and helps us grow. Also, before we get into it, I'm a guy in my basement trading cute cartoons on the internet. I really have no clue what I'm doing. This is not financial advice, and if you follow me, you're downright crazy. So stop, do your own research. Now let's get right into it. Me So Suni. I keep messing up your name, and I'm so sorry. At this point, it's just going to be a running Solarbot meme with me. But Miso Suni wrote a great Substack again introducing us to crafting. Before we talk about how we will craft, we should first take a look at why we craft. They want to do something meaningful and not copy other games, but truly establish a lore and a use case for each crafting tree. I think this gets really interesting. Solarbots is a social meta and a story multiplayer RPG, and as such, the influence of every player on the world must be possible to be tangible. It's clear the team is thinking about all the different types of gameplay someone might want to interact with, such as dungeons, crafting, market sales, or competitive play. In Solarbots, everything is crafted by players for players. You are the economy, and I really like this. I like this a lot. Combat pilots require Solarbots to protect Eld from the Abyss, but the abyssal threat. Without engineers, there would be no Solarbots. Solarbots need maintenance, and without medics, they would eventually stop working. As the combat pilot gets closer to the epicenter of the Sundering, their Solarbots will require multiple enhancements. Without jewel crafters, enhancers, the Grand Magnus, or hardware hackers, these pilots would meet their demise. In essence, every crafter pilot contributes to the safety of the plane of existence. They are as important as combat pilots to ensure a future for all that lives on Eld. I love this a lot. They're thinking deep about the game, the detailed game tree, how all of these economic items will be crafted or used. I want a Lucid Lounge market. It will be built on the freshest herbs in the plains of Eld, known far and wide. When herbs. Currently, there's 7 professions planned for the launch of the crafting update. Solarbots engineering, jewel crafter, tool crafter, hardware hacker, carpenter, material refiner, parts enhancer, medic. The Solarbots engineer are at the heart of supplying the core foundation of the battle against the Abyss. Requiring refined metals as well as wood and soulstones, the Solarbots engineers craft the base as well as the body parts of combat and life skills, gathering and crafting Solarbots. Jewel crafters create one-time use embedded tools to permanently attach a socket to a body part of a Solarbot, as well as cutting the gem that fill the sockets. And we've got gem types down here: ruby, emerald, topaz, amethyst, sapphire. We've got prefixes or different cuts that can go to the jewels here. This should really say prefixes or cuts, or trillion cuts, a square cut, a pentagon cut, a hex cut. And you can see like the different gems and what they do: HP increase, defense, energy shield, base attack, or increase primary stat, so increase secondary stat, increase percent chance. This is really interesting how these can all match together. And I'm really interested in the jewel crafter position, but then again, I look at more and more of these and I'm interested in all of them. The tool crafter: every guild requires tools to supply for their crafters. Tools are physical installations to place in one's guild hall and will be swappable by guild leaders of their officers. Each tool has a limited lifetime and will require placed over time. Tool crafters will also be able to upgrade their tools for longevity, efficiency, and output. Dude, this is amazing. Think of old Harry, the guild maintenance guy, who was a tool crafter, who's been working for the guild 60 years, who's about to retire. He knows all the tools, how they work. He keeps them updated and keeps the guild going. I'm kind of excited to maybe be Harry. Hardware hacker and Eld have managed to develop a one-time use device to reset the Solarbot body part, thereby rolling the base stats anew. This is really, really interesting. Not satisfied with this feat, deemed impossible by even the blind society, hardware hackers have decided to focus on giving their Solarbots a unique spin, allowing them to craft their very own visual effects for combat abilities. I think this gets really unique too. So if you can make your own unique combat visual effects that you could then sell to people that want to be Solarbot pilots to have their own visuals and express themselves almost like skins, I think that's amazing and a great way to include people in the economy. And that continues further with that thought when they go into carpenter here. Every piece of furniture needs to be crafted by a carpenter, including community created scriptable furniture as we release the furniture API in the future. That gets me so excited that they're thinking about the community being able to actually create within their metaverse things that people will want and love and use. And people that are good at creating and skilled crafters will have a way to create economic benefit to the whole economy of the game and themselves, and actually make a living in the game by providing assets in the game themselves. I think that's very important. Part enhancers will take heavily refined materials and create applicable enhancements that permanently attach into body parts to offer very specific enhancements to the base stats of the respective part. So these people are going to then refine materials and enhance actual body parts that are permanent, versus the jeweler, which could be like one-time use or broken off. And the medics craft instant repair kits as well as instant cleansing kits to fix structural damage or like debuffs and status effects. I think these are amazingly well thought out. This update is like deep into the thought of how Solarbots is going to work. It's unique, it's effective. I haven't read any other game that's really released this much detailed information, and I really like it and hope they can execute. I'm excited for an MVP. I want to know what an MVP is. Hopefully we can get the team on for a podcast. As soon as we get done with this video, that DM's getting sent today. We appreciate it. If you guys like this video, hit the thumbs up. Let's get into the very end of it. The artwork. The Garapatas. These look like little spiders of artwork. These are going to be the NPCs it seems you fight from the abyss at first. I really like the way they look. The bite, the grass shot, the self-destruction. And I'm going to be doing my part to eliminate as many spiders and bugs as I can.
Everyone's doing their part. Are you? The war effort needs your effort. At work, at home, in your community.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great one.